Hello, everyone. My name is Vlado Damjanovic. With me, we have today two guests, Emre Orendil from Turkey and Stefan Minic from Bosnia. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today for this webinar. This is going to be a 30-minute webinar where we'll be talking about MUNPlanet internships, fully funded internships. My friends here today will tell you, how to apply for it, how to get it, what is the skill set that you need to have in order to win one of these internships. I will now let them talk a little about themselves. So guys, if you could introduce yourself to our community.
Sure. I'm Emre Orendil, and I am having my summer internship at MUNPlanet headquarters here, and it has been one of the most truest decisions I have taken so far. I am from Istanbul, Turkey, and I have been interested in MUN and both EYP for over 5 years from now on. And I am 20 years old. I am studying both chemical engineering and international relations. At my university, unfortunately, we don't have any MUN club yet, but we have formed a small community, and as a few people, we are trying to participate conferences as much as possible.
Hi everyone, I'm Stefan Minic. I'm 21 years old. I'm originally from a town called Kijevina in Bosnia and Herzegovina, but I'm currently living and studying in the United States, pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Mathematics and Economics at the Brown University. Apart from the main scope of my studies in general, I am interested in politics, anthropology, modern culture theory, when it comes to sports, volleyball, for example. I'm an active volunteer working for organizations that work with refugees. Their main interest is refugee resettlement after the civil war in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And when it comes to MUNs in general, I might not be as experienced MUNer as my colleague is, but I'm on a way to catch him up. So far, I attended the MUN conferences organized by United World College in Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and at Brown University in the Rhode Island.
Guys, thank you very much. Let me just remind all of you guys who are listening and watching us right now, in case you have any questions, that you would like to ask one of our internship winner, and our online intern, please feel free to post them through Twitter. Just tag MUNPlanet, and we'll answer the best of them. And let me just, before the guys continue on, with their speeches, let me just tell you that here at MUNPlanet we work on many projects, but so far, this month, this was the best one we did. So, thanks, guys. And so, starting with them, I've got a question for you. Considering your vast MUN experience, so you've been to many conferences, you had an opportunity to experience most of them, to cross and compare, the differences between all of them. Can you tell us something more about your MUN journey and how it ended up with MUNPlanet?
Sure. So first of all, I want to start with how I began doing MUNs. Well, when I was at high school, there were auditions for MUN club, but I couldn't make it there. And later on, I just involved in EYP conferences. But as I got to university, everything has changed. I started to go MUN conferences as well, and from now on, from then I've been many conferences, 25 conferences in total, and with many different positions. As you can understand from my field of study, I am really interested in international relations because I like being aware of what's going on the world in political means. and to have ideas, opinions about the bilateral relations among countries. We should have enough information about them. And like some of my friends say that I'm really exaggerating MUN, like being a conference every month and other stuff, but I believe that it has really good benefits on me. That's why I don't quit doing it. Like, let me tell you some of them. I have separated in them several sections, so it will be easier for you to follow. The first one I want to talk about is being a delegate, because most of us, nearly all of us, have been delegate at least once in our lives. As you know, MUN is like more about expressing yourself, actually expressing the political stance of the country you are representing, but you have to know how to speak well in front of a crowd, so that your public speaking skill gets improved. Other thing about speaking is that you should speak slowly, because it has two benefits. The first one is that it enables the audience to understand you more clearly. And the second one is that you can think at the same time what you'll say next in your speech. While I was delegate, I also learned how to compromise with other people with different points of view and different backgrounds. I think it was a really important skill for me to be a good diplomat. And now I want to talk about the hardships and the perks of being a head organizer. For example, being a director general of a respected conference is such a prestigious position, but also it brings some problems and responsibilities as well. First of all, you have to have your leadership specifications really well, because you have to be able of persuading other people, because like the organization team is the skeleton of a conference, and if they fail in some points, the whole conference may collapse. So you have to be really careful about it. And problems will occur, of course, but the important point is that preventing as much as problem as you can beforehand, and it is only possible by having a strong foresight. This is one of the qualities that leaders should have. And for example, you also should have a master plan, and so that each member of your team will know about what they'll do, when they'll do, and who will do that. And like being editor is in the need of like being creative at all times, because the newspaper of the conference is one of the entertainment tools that you'll use throughout the conference period. So the editor should use all their creativity for making it more fun. And now here comes the most funny section for me, being a chairperson. I like it the most because like it helps you to be familiar with different personalities. Think of a General Assembly committee. It's like 40, 50 delegates at least, and you have to take care of all of them. Some may be really shy, the others will be so eager to take a part, and some delegates will astonish you with their knowledge, and you're the authority in the committee. And don't forget that with a great power comes the great responsibility. So use it. Yeah, Spider-Man. And chairs are the most prestigious ones in the committees. So be careful about your power, and use it responsibly.
Thank you very much, Emre, for this lengthy, I must notice, answer. Stefan, now that Emre, has actually like introduced us to these different roles, like from his experience in the MUN, I would kind of like to ask you the same question, but to give it a little shift, So, MUN landscape, the global landscape is changing daily, So, now that you have your MUN experience in mind, can you tell us how do you think, this landscape will change in the future? So, what's going to happen, like with MUNs, in the coming years? And then, most importantly, how do you see the future of MUNPlanet?
Well, MUNs in general are conferences that gather mostly students of international relations, politics, and world affairs in general. So for that reason, I believe that for a student like me who is studying mathematics, who is more interested in science, at the moment might not. It might look a little bit odd to see someone like me in an conference or something like that, but I really believe that politics, world politics in general, are moving towards something that's not necessarily neither like politically correct nor some special trend, but what the truth is. And as a student of statistics, I really do see numbers in MUNs and in UN in general. I think that using data and numbers to support your ideas, to actually give you idea of what's going to happen are good indicators of solutions, or if not, then directions towards the solution. But then also, like, we're living in the 21st century where the whole world is changing, living in a global village in general, and where data becomes necessary in order to support your opinions, because it doesn't really matter anymore if you have your opinion, but if you can argue for that opinion. And that's where I find myself to be somewhat important part in MUN conferences that I attend to. But on the other side, there is another thing called MUNPlanet that we are all here for, that represents this very innovative and very great idea that represents big idea behind a big project that wants to gather MUNers all around the world in order to actually provide networking and communication between them, to ease their way to data, to resources. So I think that those two things connectivity between MUN and MUN delegates in general all around the world, and providing let's say safe space and resources, one huge database, is something that where MUNs in general are moving towards, and what I believe that the future of Model of United Nations conferences will look like in the future.
Good. Thank you very much for this answer. Emre, our listeners probably don't know this, but the internship that you won actually had more than 2,000 applicants. So there was a lot of people like applying. It was very competitive. 69 of you, including you, Stefan, made it to the online internship phase. I would like you now to tell to our listeners, how did it feel? Like, what did you have to go through, to win it? What were the processes? What were the things that you liked a lot? In short, let's say, what makes an MUNPlanet internship winner, complete? What is the skill set that you had to have?
Sure. Firstly, I want to tell how I applied for this internship program.
How did you hear about it?
Yeah. like after a point, I've become a daily visitor of MUNPlanet because I was seeing some interesting articles being posted and some really, really good opportunities were provided. So I was just checking every day whether there was something new or not. And there was always something new. And like during my winter break, if I am not wrong, I just saw this post saying fully funded internship program at MUNPlanet headquarters. I just thought, what I am waiting for. And then at the moment, I just started filling the application form. And now here I am, and I'm really happy to be a part of this really experienced family. When I applied, I received a challenge as the first step. And after going through this phase, there was a 3 weeks of online internship. Some tasks were really time consuming, some were hard, some were easy. And like for a week, 1 week, it was like my middle of midterm exams. Yeah. And I was for other week I was like in a different city in Turkey for
Father is
conference.
spamming you with emails. These tasks.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. And then after going through this online internship, I received an email that I was selected, but like before that we had very last Skype meeting with you and Shanka, and as you announced that I was one of the winners, I was abroad, so I didn't see it at first. So when I got back, you had
Took
written
you a
me.
day, yeah.
Yeah. You had written me. Are you aware of that? Yeah. You have win that.
I was just checking whether you were so shocked, that you
Yeah.
actually collapsed somewhere.
And then since
Tell us about the experience.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
been to the MUNPlanet office for
Mhm.
3 weeks now. Like,
Yeah.
how am I?
Yeah, great. Just
Thank you
one
very
word,
much.
great. And like my expectations, there were also some expectations, and I have fulfilled each of them. I can sincerely say.
Thank you very much.
The first one was, of course, like I was going to be in the office atmosphere for the first time. I have had another internship, but it was in the factory due to my field of study, and I was really curious about how I'll manage it. I'm not sure, but I've like been not so bad for now, right?
Yeah, you've been good.
Thank you.
Emre's been great.
Yeah, and like I had the aim of learning new skills because this experienced team had a lot to give as experience for me as well. For example, content management, like member outreach. I had no clue about how I would handle them, but as I spent my days here, I learned how I could achieve them. And like being aware of the chance that I occurred, like I tried to assess my opportunity in the best beneficial manner. And the second one is like I think it's really more important, like building friendships that will last maybe forever. Yeah, and the people you can see right now. Like before coming here, I only knew you and Dushanka, but it was just a few Skype conversations. And as I got here, I understood that how friendly and hospitable all my colleagues were, and it was really important for me because like it's my nearly the first internship experience. I am abroad and I don't know anything about what's waiting me, so it was really relieving for me to see how you were, guys. And for the last thing, like Belgrade was one of the cities that I always wanted to visit, but didn't have the chance. So I was expecting to make some sightseeing and enjoying the city of Belgrade, but we have more than this with you. Like we've gone to Gucha Festival, one of the biggest music festivals. Like you have brass trumpets around you, and that's just great. I advise you to experience it at least. Like what I am doing, like, is to come to work at 8 a.m. and working till 4 p.m. I have some real tasks to fulfill. For example, as I said, outreach
Again, my fault. So.
outreaching like MUNPlanet.com members, writing an article about a different topic each day, keeping the diary up to date. Yeah, and by the way, I have a diary on the website, and you can read what I do day by day, and there are some really nice illustrations you can see, and I think it will increase your eagerness to come here for the next opportunity. And after the work and at the weekends, like I have experienced many beautiful aspects of Serbian tradition and daily life, thanks to guys here, and that's all for now.
Okay. Stefan, I'd like to move a little away now from. You said you were studying at Brown University. Yeah. So, like, as someone who has spent fair share of time in the States, you know, so let's say Brown and let's say American Journal, they have different internship culture and opportunities, you know, over there. And then you're someone who's from Bosnia, you know. So I would like to ask you now, like, if you could compare, like, cross compare, like, and tell us, you know, what are the differences and what made you, for example, you know, apply for this summer internship, you know, here at MUNPlanet?
Oh. Well, internships in general work as resume builders or something that will support your CV once you apply for a real job. But for me in general, like, I feel the more important part of the internship is to actually see if that's a good match for you. You know, is that something that you could actually do until the very last day of your work? For example, I worked in the entertainment industry, I worked as an educator, now I'm working here in the office, and all those different experiences actually do contribute to that. But for example, when it comes to MUNPlanet, I first of all, how I discovered that you as an organization was completely an accident. Just Googling is magic, internet is magic. But then once I discovered that, I was like, this is really interesting. Like this platform actually serves really good content to the visitors. And then once I realized that the headquarters are in Belgrade and I'm from Bosnia, I was just like, okay, that's a little bit strange, just because I feel that people in Balkans generally have great ideas, but they're lacking execution maybe or something. So I was like, sure, let's give it a shot. Because as someone who went to the States to study at universities such as some Ivy League school, I do have passion to actually come back one day and actually do something for the region, not necessarily only for my country. And working for MUNPlanet so far has been great experience, just because I actually saw what's the working environment in the region. I see how different people interact with each other differently. Maybe the business atmosphere is not as strict maybe in the United States, but that's exactly what I suggest all of you to actually experience, because experience different working environments is very important. It depends on whether or not you're going to fit in the community, and whether or not you are actually going to be a useful member of it. But on the other side, like when I'm looking in general for internships, I'm looking at trends, not only because of like social trending and everything, but like living in a global village as the world became, it's really important to see what's happening right now. And those indicators could be a good indicators of what's going to be present in the future. And organizations and businesses and startups as MUN that show something completely new. The idea of uniting basically MUNers and giving them this platform where they can interact between themselves and organize MUN conferences even more effectively is a way of saying this is something futuristic, this is a new idea, this is something that will be important for the future. And I feel that everyone wants to work in a company that has idea that will be very important in the future. Secondly, companies that are growing rapidly, that get community members on a daily basis, those are the companies that will actually succeed in their plan and that will be able to actually manage to keep that idea alive, basically. So what I'm saying is that MUNPlanet as a growing company will not die in a year. It's a growing community that it has potential to become a very big part of not only MUN world but also world affairs. And third part that for me kind of made me apply for that internship that I never got, but I came here and I insisted I want to work here, was exactly the moment when I came to visit the headquarters, when I saw how small the community of actual people who are working in this office is, and how bonds are very tight, and actually seeing that compared to working in a big company, I would not be just a number. I would be equally treated member of the community, and I will be given tasks as any other member of worker in the office, because that's the way you want to learn something throughout the internship. Internship is not only there to say, okay, I spent, I don't know, a month, 3 months, a year working for this and this organization, but to actually show and prove that you actually took theory from the classroom and went outside to the real life, tested it, saw if it works, and if you actually succeeded in what you want to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you very much. Just for those of you guys like who joined us a little late, Emre is our internship winner. Stefan unfortunately did not win it, but he was like pushing enough, like, and he was good enough, like he said, like, I want to come there, guys, and work with you,
Old
so
Balkan tradition.
Old Balkan tradition, exactly. Yeah, and then that's like how Stefan is with us today, and we're fortunate for it. So, Emre, like the final question, so your internship is coming to an end. Unfortunately, Emre will be leaving us this Sunday. What is one ultimate advice that you would give to all the future applicants of MUNPlanet fully funded internship?
First of all, I have to say that I am really, really sorry for leaving Belgrade, and yeah, teardrops, and all the unforgettable memories that I'll take with me. Like, there's a new internship program, right, in the following month, so I advise you not to miss that opportunity, because, like, when I was just applying, it was sounding just good, but when I come here, it was excellent. So I think you are not, you can't imagine how fun you'll have, how new skills you'll gain, and how great people you'll meet here. So follow the latest information about the internship program. And for example, I'll be still engaged. I'll still try to keep myself engaged as possible to this unique team, and I'll continue to be a part of this community when I get home back to Istanbul.
Of course. Yeah, thank you very much. That was a nice answer, and thank you for all the compliments. Now to the Q&A question. Like there are some members who asked via Twitter. Like we got like this Emily Boze. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that incorrectly. Who sent like a private message, a direct message. Hi, Emily. Anyways, Emily, she's asking like how much time on a daily basis did you have to spend, like to complete the task that you had for the internship?
Like
in short.
like for throughout the online internship period, like some really rare tasks were time consuming. For example, you were like doing 3 or 4 tasks. Out of one was like 2 hours or something. But the others were really easy to handle, and you just needed to think on them. But you just you can do it like while like on the bus or something. You can think about them, and you can easily apply what you have in your mind. But in total, I can say less than 5 hours a week. Like it makes, if we just count weekdays, you'll just spend an hour for day to complete your weekly tasks.
Our friend Zachary on I hope again this is the right pronunciation, is asking you like how long was the process in total?
Like
Plenty.
Plenty, definitely. Like I applied at the end of January or something, and now I'm here. Like I knew that I was accepted in the beginning or mid June, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it makes
June.
like 4 months of waiting the outcome, and like assessing some of your hard work for this internship. And now after 2 months that I knew I was selected,
I came here.
Yeah.
Okay. Stefan, there's a question for you as well. So, a girl like Anna 2345 something, like I cannot pronounce. I'm sorry. Is asking you how pushy do you have to be to actually get in? Pushy is the wrong word. I'm sorry. I said pushy last time, but he was very enthusiastic about coming, So what do you have to do? Like even if you don't win it, like what do you have to do to come into the office?
Well, you just need to be actually persistent, and you actually need to want that job, and like the whole process, no matter if you find it boring or not interesting, it's a part of being a member of MUN. And I felt that it fits. I felt that like I think I should be a member of that community. I came to the meeting with Vlad and Dushanka.
And plus you were spending time here.
Yeah. And for me, it was, okay, I will present them with these ideas that I have. I said what I had, they liked it. They offered me to come and spend as much time as I want in the office, working with them, learning from them also. And so far it's been amazing. So as long as you want to actually do this, it should not be a problem.
Exactly. This is a message actually to all of you MUNers out there. Like if you're in Belgrade, and you have some time to spend, like stop by our office. Like we can introduce you to our community, to the work that we're doing. And if you're staying for longer, you're more than welcome, to come and work with us. Guys, thank you very much, for this fantastic webinar. Like I enjoyed it very much. I'm sure that our friends out there also enjoyed listening to it. Any final remarks? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Until the next webinar. Bye-bye.